Yahuwah be my praise, treasured ones, and welcome to this day's Table, Camel, or Foot Read and Review, Part 9 of 10, pages 35 through 37 of 40, during this fourth watch of the 29th day of the 12th month, on or about so-called March 31st, 2026, per the Roman Commerce calendar. It is approximately 6:45 a.m. Roman clock local time in the alleged Central Time Zone. Quick housekeeping note: the Earthly Estate B, and he called 25 handbook, Words 15 workbook, Behold Hand 52 picture book. Again, this is Table, Camel, or Foot Read and Review, Part 9 of 10, pages 35 through 37 of 40. Page 35 of 37 reads as follows. Table, Camel, or Foot, a family tree of victorious peoples, sprung forth by way of blankets, beans, and bullets delivery services. All Almighty law rights reserved by the finger of the Almighty One, with the blood of the Anointed One, from the breath of the Allocated One. Table, Camel, or Foot, Epilogue. Yochanan Stone. Gmail address has been redacted. July 24th, 2026, 2:30 p.m. Howbeit, treasured researcher Juliet Delta, obviously that's not her actual name, after 30 days of reading, reviewing, and revising Brown Native's most edifying and enlightening comprehensive genealogy report, I am now ready to schedule the follow-up delivery call. As Almighty allows, my availability window for the follow-up delivery call is wide open for the last week of so-called January 2026, Monday the 25th through Friday the 30th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the alleged Central Time Zone. I have 4 clarifications the sick might be answered via email prior to the follow-up delivery call. Alpha, Ellen Maria Schuler. Williams' place of birth is listed as Ellen Maria Schuler. Williams, obviously a data entry error. Bravo, Thomas. Williams' time of death is listed as unknown, and the place of death is listed as Pennsylvania. Seeking clarification on how time unknown but place known. Charlie, Maria Fairnot. Williams' time of death is listed as unknown, and the place of death is listed as South Carolina. Seeking clarification of how time unknown but place known. Delta, William Carter's time of birth is listed as about 1845, and time of death is listed as about 1845. Obviously a data entry error. You'll be interested to know that I am reconning your high priority areas needing further research for Mitchell Scott line documentation and earlier generations research by Alpha, upgrading my Ancestry.com account to World Explorer membership to expand and expound the Nicholas family tree you created. Bravo, I follow the Monacan Indian Nation Facebook page. Charlie, I joined the Brown Natives Facebook group page. Delta, I follow the Yamasee Tribe Instagram page. As for the specific research needs, Task 1 and 2, I will be obtaining certified copies of all vital records for Alexander Mitchell and Ida Scott, and searching pre-1870 records for Richard Nicholas and Elizabeth Carey Nicholas' parents. Most High willing, of course. Respectfully submitted, as Almighty allows, in the name of the Anointed One, Robert Arthur Nicholas from beyond America, aka Amaruka, where he breathed his last. Now, the reason why I put where he breathed his last, because note the time here. It was literally at the 9th hour. So this was a 9th hour offering. And I appreciate researcher Juliet Delta being part of it. Turn with me to page 36. And a quick clarification note before we read page 36. First of all, right here, when I did a copy and paste and I transferred the information over, I took off the email addresses, obviously, and I changed the font from New Times Roman, which I despise, to Arial, and I changed the color from black to blue, and I also increased the font size from 10.5 to 12. Well, during the process of that, I accidentally erased this date and I put 2025, and I didn't even notice it till yesterday. I even missed it during my red pen review. So that's why the correction's here. And obviously I didn't have time to print up a new one. And I sincerely regret my error. And the second thing was I redacted this. I forgot to remove the link. So I had to literally redact it. So that's why that's that way. And again, I apologize for my errors. Page 36 of 37 reads as follows. Brown natives, their email address is obviously removed. January 24th, it's actually 2026, not 2025, 3:17 p.m. Hi, Robert. Sounds great. In terms of our call, I can send you a calendar invite for Tuesday, January 27th at 1 p.m. I also corrected the errors on your digital copy that's accessible here, which is removed. Those were innocent oversights, and we do sincerely apologize. As for your clarification requests, please see below for the updates. Alpha, fixed. Bravo. I believe that the details surrounding his death were aggregated from shared family trees that appeared when adding Thomas to yours. And those details included the place of death, which is actually Orangeburg County, South Carolina, upon taking a closer look, but not the date of death. I believe that Pennsylvania was automatically added by way of death certificate that was found for one of his children who actually passed in that state. Charlie, same reasoning as above. Delta, fixed. If you like, I can send you a new book with the corrections. That's excellent that you've decided to further your research. Best of luck in your continued genealogical exploration. Best regards, the Brown Natives team. And they shared their website, Instagram, TikTok page. P.S. Join Brown Natives on Facebook, which I actually did on that. Turn with me to page 37. And before I get into page 37, I also forgot to actually redact my business address. So that's why I did this field expedient redaction. And again, I don't have a residence because I'm no longer a resident within the United States. But I do have a business address that I use for business purposes. However, I redacted it so YouTube and TikTok won't be annoyed at that. For whatever reason, they're annoyed about addresses. All right, moving on. Page 37 of 40 reads as follows. Yochanan Stone, email address was redacted. January 24th, 2026, 4:01 p.m. That right there, treasured one. I accepted your invite and let it be so. All hearts are well. I truly appreciate your energy and efforts. Alpha, most appreciated. Bravo, duly noted. Charlie, duly noted. Delta, most appreciated. Please do, this time kindly email to Robert Arthur Nicholas, business address redacted, private mailbox redacted, Lincoln, Nebraska, 68521. Most definitely, I've been given an assignment of clarification of a classification of my earthen ancestors, and Brown Native's comprehensive genealogy report is the jumping off point. That reminds me, I still owe you a testimonial. Most high willing, I will have it in your inbox by the end of the so-called week. The 9th hour private member assembly proclamations. All Almighty Law rights reserved through the scriptures. And that concludes table, camel, or foot reading review, part 9, pages 35 through 37 of 40. As Almighty allows, part 10, pages 38, 39, and 40, which is the afterword appreciations and the author biography, will be posted tomorrow. Again, that's Most High willing. And anyways, all praises to Yahuwah, Ma'alua. All debts payable to Yahushua, the pre-existent anointed one, and acknowledgement of the allocated ones, my mindfully made mentors from womb to tomb. Any failure, be mine alone. See you at the next video. Most High willing, treasured ones.